Guys, you may have noticed in my background, I finally did it. I changed around my whole desk setup, and I've gone from being just a 2-monitor user to now joining the 3-monitor club, and it's all because of this guy right here. This portable OLED monitor from UPERFECT is called the Model O, and it's oh so beautiful, and it's now a new centerpiece of my desk setup thanks to its brightness and crazy good colors. It's also packed with a bunch of really cool features that not only make it a good addition to your desk setup, but something that you can take with you on the go as well if you're like a traveling person or you like to game on the go. So stick around and we'll dive right into this super unique monitor right after a quick word from our sponsor. With VIP-URCDKEY, you can install and activate Windows for only 16 bucks.
Hey, that's pretty good.
It's fast, easy, and 100% legit. You can now enter my new promo code for 2023, RAV25, which will now save you 25% on your purchase. So get rid of that Windows activation watermark and get your system activated today. It also works for Windows 11 as well. Check the links in the description. All right, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to the RA Visuals YouTube channel, where you'll always find high quality visuals and high quality tech. Okay, that's out of the way. Today, we're not wasting any time. Let's jump right into the unboxing of this OLED portable monitor and see what accessories you get inside the box. The first thing in the box is, of course, the manual, then the monitor itself. The UPERFECT Model O monitor features a 4K OLED touchscreen panel that displays 100% DCI P3 color, offering a greater range of colors at a more saturated and vibrant level. And we'll discuss more about this later. The Model O has an ultra slim profile and only weighs 2.2 pounds, that's without the smart cover on, to keep the package nice and light. Speaking of the smart cover, also in the box is the smart cover, and it's super thin and foldable, and it doesn't add very much weight to the total package once it's on the monitor. And you can use it to stand the Model O in landscape, as well as portrait mode, and also use it as a protective cover when you want to transport it. Also included in the box are a few important cables, so let's go through them. You first get a mini HDMI to HDMI cable, 2 USB-C to USB-C cables, 1 USB-A to USB-C cable, and finally a 45-watt charging brick with a USB-C port. Okay, now that you know what you get in the box, let's take a look around the Model O and talk about its build quality and some features of it. The body of this panel is made of full aluminum, which feels very premium and has a really nice weight to it, so it feels like something that will last you a very long time. The panel features 3 total buttons. On the top right of the monitor, you have the power button, which also serves as the on-screen display menu button. A short press of this button will give you the access to the OSD and allow you to change your color levels, your brightness, your color temperature, or even use one of their 7 preset color models. There's a bunch of stuff here, and you can also set how long you want the OSD to remain on the screen, and even change the transparency of the OSD as well if you want it to be a little more transparent. The OSD will also show your battery level, as well as what resolution and refresh rate you're currently running your monitor at. I thought that was a nice touch. Oh, and right beside this button is a little LED to let you know the status of the monitor depending on what mode it is in. It has a couple different colors, including blue and orange, and those indicate either it's on, it's in standby mode, or if there's no LED, then it means that it's off. Just below the power button on the right side of the monitor, there are also 2 volume buttons. These simply allow you to turn the volume up or down. And you can also do this by doing it inside of the on-screen display if you don't feel like using these buttons, so you kind of have a little bit of a choice there. Speaking of audio, the Model O does feature 2 speakers built into it. They're placed on either side of the panel, and honestly, they're just okay. If you're in a pinch and you need some audio, they work fine. But honestly, I'd suggest using a different speaker or like some headphones when you're using this screen, because honestly, I don't think they get loud enough. But like I said, if you're in a pinch and you need them, they work. Now, the Model O also has another trick up its sleeve, because it also contains a 1000 milliamp battery inside of it that can actually keep the monitor powered for up to 2 to 3 hours. Additionally, you can also use the monitor as an extra power bank to charge your other devices as well. You simply just have to activate this feature on the on-screen display menu. Now, to get the Model O connected to your device, there are 3 total ports on the monitor. 2 USB-C ports and 1 mini HDMI port. So the 2 USB-C ports can provide power and signal to the monitor, but the mini HDMI can only provide signal to the monitor. And now all the ports are located on the right side of the monitor, so that makes it actually a little bit better for managing your cables, since they're all on the same side and you won't have cables coming out both sides of the monitor. That would be a little bit weird. With these two connection options, this monitor is basically able to connect to about just pretty much any device, including your PC, your Mac, a PS5, Xbox, an iPad, an Android tablet, your smartphone, whatever you may have. Now let's talk about the screen real quick. This monitor is called the Model O because of that bright and vibrant OLED panel that it features. The screen measures 15.6 inches and allows you to run the monitor at a max resolution of 4K at 60 Hz refresh rate. Like I said in the beginning of the video, the Model O features a 100% DCI-P3 rating, which is really great for reproducing accurate colors in photo or video editing, which is something that I personally do every day. Now, what about gaming? Well, this screen has some bright colors like I've never seen, and it makes games that I've been playing on my IPS screens look way more vibrant actually, and because the Model O features a 100,000 to 1 contrast ratio, it gives you those incredibly deep blacks, and man, the colors just pop off the screen. It looks really cool. The Model O also features a 10-point touchscreen to it, so now I only really own Windows systems, so I can't speak for how it works on a Mac, but on Windows, I think it works really great. One thing I will note is if you're using multiple displays with this screen, you do have to actually go into your display settings and make sure the Model O is selected as your main display to make sure the touchscreen function works on the Model O itself. But there's actually a little hidden feature here. If you set one of your other screens as the main display, you can actually use the touchscreen and control your other display with the touchscreen features as well if you want to. It's a little weird because you actually can't really see what you're touching because it's on a different screen, but hey, if you're like duplicating displays and making them show the same thing, I can see why somebody might want to use that. Oh, and another little hidden feature of this screen is that you can use a 2-finger gesture and swipe down to the bottom right corner of the screen and it actually reveals the OSD menu. Pretty cool little feature there. Alright, now let's talk about how I have integrated this monitor into my main setup and how I use it. So I originally wanted to just connect the monitor to my streaming PC using the mini HDMI cable, but I quickly remembered that I did not have any more available HDMIs on the back of my RTX 2080 in that system because I'm already using them for other monitors. So I went with plan B. And guess what? I remembered that the RTX 2080 that I have, it actually has a USB-C port on it for monitors that can do USB-C video transmission. And guess what the UPERFECT Model O does? Yep, it allows a video signal via USB, so I actually hooked that up with the original USB-C cable and the monitor just turned right on. It was pretty awesome. Got the video signal working and the screen now works perfectly with my desk setup with touch function and everything. But either way, because of this discovery, I am now able to run the monitor with this USB-C cable and the power cable to keep the monitor up to charge while it's at my desk. But if I ever need to take the monitor and use it with my laptop somewhere, I can always just use that single USB-C cable again to make the monitor work since it does have that 1000 milliamp battery to back it up. So this actually makes the Model O the perfect portable monitor for me personally, as I can take it on the go and then just plug in 2 cables and have it back on my desk as part of my 3 monitor setup. Now, the only con of this monitor that I can personally see is in terms of price. Unfortunately, OLEDs are not cheap, and this monitor is no exception. I'm sure there are cheaper options out there, but I haven't seen any with the same features and insanely beautiful screen as this one, honestly. I will link the monitor down below for you guys so you guys can check it out if you're interested and if you guys want to pick it up. But that's really all there is to it, guys. I'm just super stoked on this monitor because it has totally changed the way I use my personal setup and has become super useful to me when I'm doing something like streaming because it's perfect for monitoring OBS. I can just kind of take it and throw it down on that window and I have my game up on one screen, OBS right in front of me to make sure everything is going perfectly, and then I have my chat on my third window, and it works really, really well. So like I said, I wasn't a believer in the 3 monitor setup until I got this Model O right here, and now I can honestly say that it was the last piece of the puzzle that I needed to make this work for my personal workflow. But anyway, let me know down in the comments if this is something you guys can see grabbing for your own setup. And speaking of that, UPERFECT usually has some great sales going on their website, so definitely check my link down in the description and see what they have to offer, because maybe if the Model O is not in your price range or maybe you're looking for something else, they do have a ton of different products on their website that may interest you, so definitely check that out. Anyway, that's it for me today, you guys. Don't forget to like the video and hit that sub button with the notifications on if you have not already, and I will catch you guys in the next one.